Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. During Ahir Zaman, we are to collect our animals and go to mountains or big flat fields and wait for Mahdi alayhi salam. According to the Naksibendi Tariqat, are we also going to wait for Mahdi alayhi salam, or will there be another Sultan before him? If there will be a Sultan, how would we know that this is the rightly guided one?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Before the appearances of Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam, the Sultan, the Khalifah must come back, and he will come back. This is according to the holy traditions and teachings of the Prophet ﷺ that is being passed down through 1400 years, heart to heart. This is a secret knowledge that the awliya Allah, that they are giving to those who have belief, those whose hearts are open, those whose hearts are closed. You think that time, even if Prophet were to tell them something, they are going to believe? Because if their hearts are closed, then they are following who? Abu Jahil and Abu Lahab. The Prophet ﷺ continuously went to them. They are following the tradition of who? Nimrut. That Ibrahim alayhi salam, Khalilullah, Khalilur Rahman, the friend of Allah, he went there to speak nicely to him. Still his heart is closed. Or to Fir'aun, that Kalimullah, Musa alayhi salam went to, still the heart is closed. If your heart is open, then the belief quickly will burn in your heart, and everything will start to consume you, will start to take over you. Yes, there's not only one sign of the coming of Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam, not just one sign, or two signs, or three signs of the Ahir Zaman. There are so many signs that the Prophet ﷺ had talked about so much during his time, 1400 years, and for 1400 years, those believers, they have been waiting for Mahdi alayhi salam. Don't think that the Sahabe Kiram, they say, oh, this is going to happen, Ahir Zaman, so far away. They did not. They thought that Mahdi alayhi salam was going to come in their own lifetime. They thought that Dajjal was there hiding behind the date trees. The Tabi'ins, they had the same fire in their heart. They believe that this is the time that Dajjal is going to appear and Hazrat Mahdi is going to be sent. Tabi'in continuously for those believers. Those who are following the footsteps of the Tabi'in, and the Sahabe Kiram. Those who are not following their footsteps, they say this world will last forever. We don't care, they're saying. This is just old stories. But those who believe, they believe. And they are fulfilling what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran. Oh, you who believe, believe. Go sit over there. Don't sit in front of me. 1,000 times I'm saying to you. Oh, you who believe, believe. The majority of the world now, they're not believing that we are living in the time of Ahir Zaman. Majority of the Muslims do not believe in this. Majority of the Muslims, they're not even believing in Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam, or that his coming is very soon. And through traditional holy knowledge, before the appearances of Mahdi alayhi salam, the Khalifah, the Sultan will appear. The Ottoman Sultan, he will appear. The 100th Khalifah will appear. Because the last ruling Sultan, last ruling Khalifah, he was the 99th, Sultan Abdul Hamid Khan, Jannat Mekan. He was the 99th Khalifah that he stepped down, the 99th ruling Khalifah. How are we going to know? We're not going to know through the television. We're not going to know through the internet. We're not going to know through the Facebook. That much I can tell you. We're not going to know through CNN or Fox TV. We're not going to know through Al Jazeera. We're not going to know through YouTube. That time, those who have been preparing, they will know. Who are we waiting for? We're waiting for that Khalifah to come. When he appears, and he will go, and he will put on the Jubba of Rasulullah ﷺ, and he will wear the sword of the Prophet ﷺ, then very soon Hazrat Mahdi will come and he will hand over the Khilafat to Hazrat Mahdi ﷺ. Then things will start quickly to happen. The important thing is to prepare yourself. You say, oh, I don't follow Shaykh Nazim, or I don't follow Shaykh Abdulkerim. I just am a Muslim. I like to listen to your sohbats here and there, but I don't follow. I don't take bayat. It's okay. We're not going to put a gun to your head. Anyone can do as they like. But everyone has the consequences that they have to deal with. And if you're not following a guide, it is very dark, very confusing times. If you're just relying on yourself to guide yourself, you are lost. Already you are lost. Because there's not too many groups out there that believe that there is a Khalifah, that there is a Khilafat, that they're concentrating on it. And if you die without giving bayat to a Khalifah, this is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, you will die in the time of Jahiliyyah. Which Tariqat is concentrating on that now, except for the Nakshibendi order. Yes. Some even saying, even inside, they're saying, oh, we don't have to follow a Khalifah. It's not necessary. Let the people to elect their own leaders. That for 1400 years never has become like that in Islam. Suddenly, everyone in this Ahir Zaman, where we cannot even carry the Shariat, suddenly everyone becomes so smart that they see something that for 1400 years no saint and no scholar has ever seen before. Those who are preparing themselves, and how are you going to prepare yourself? Do you believe in Khilafat? Yes, then you're preparing yourself. Are you believing in Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam? Yes, then you're preparing yourself. What does the Khilafat and Hazrat Mahdi, who do they represent? Prophet alayhi salam. Prophet representing who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Prophet alayhi salam, he came to bring whose rules? Allah's laws. So if you are concerned and busy with Shariat, with Tariqat, with Adab, with Tarbiyah, with the discipline, with stepping on your ego, then you're preparing yourself. Don't worry. Doesn't matter where you are. You can be in the North Pole, you can be in the jungles of Africa, you can be in the deserts of China, you can be in Europe, you can be anywhere. When the time comes, you will know, and the spiritual help is going to reach you, and you will go to places of safety. That is what's going to happen. So inshallah Rahman, if you just quoted a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, that in the Ahir Zaman, the meaning of that hadith is to live a simple life and to go away from populated areas where there's a lot of is busy and is confusing, and to pull yourself back and to worship quietly. If you are doing that, you're preparing yourself. And mashallah, inshallah Rahman, you will find safety when the time comes. Because that is an order from the Prophet ﷺ. As much as you take his order seriously in our lives, that much blessing is going to reach us. Otherwise, these are very confusing times. The fitna of Dajjal, that Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, he is going to test even the people in the grave. They're going to be tested. That even Prophet ﷺ is praying for protection against the fitna, but today's majority Muslims, they are walking around heedlessly, without belief, thinking this is a joke. It is not a joke. This is not a joke. May we find safety.